What if I told you that you could add decades of healthy, vibrant life starting today? Well, we're about to explore a stunning achievement from the Laboratory of Natural Intelligence that completely flips our understanding of aging and health. And it all comes down to the one organ we thought we knew best, our brain. So, let me ask you a really simple question. What is your brain for? I mean, really. You're probably thinking about things like thoughts, emotions, solving problems, controlling your body. And yeah, you're right. But you'd also be missing its most fundamental, most critical purpose. You see, according to the laboratory's findings, your brain's #1 job, its primary natural function, is to give you a much longer and healthier life than most of us ever thought possible. This isn't just something it can do. It's what it was designed to do all along.
Sounds pretty incredible, right? So let's start there. Let's dive into this natural potential for longevity that we all have. Because it's not some add-on we need to find. It's a blueprint that's already built right into us.
Think about it like this. Our bodies come preloaded with everything needed for a long, healthy life. All the mechanisms are there. Every system has functional redundancy. It's like having backups for your backups. There's really only one catch. The brain has to be working perfectly, so it can pick up on even the tiniest signals of trouble and counter those destructive influences before they can ever take hold.
Okay, so if we're all designed for this amazing health span, why don't we see it? Why do we get sick? Why do we age prematurely? Well, that leads us straight to the heart of this discovery, a systemic failure happening right inside the brain. It turns out the laboratory has pinpointed that the root cause of aging and disease isn't some outside force or just random bad luck. No, it's a specific malfunction within our own brain. These failures literally stop the brain from doing its main job of protecting us, and that leads directly to damage and illness. So what exactly is this malfunction? The answer is a truly groundbreaking discovery, a phenomenon that hijacks how our brain processes information. They call it a synthetic dominant.
Now, to get what that means, we need to jump back about 100 years to the work of a brilliant physiologist, Alexei Uktomsky. He described what's called a dominant. You can think of it as a powerful hub in your nervous system. It's a center of high energy that grabs onto certain signals, cranks up their volume, and then uses them to issue commands, all while telling everything else to be quiet. It's a core principle of how we work.
So, building on that idea, the laboratory's research found there are actually two types of these hubs. First, you have natural dominants. These are the good guys. They listen to the body's real sensory signals and keep everything running smoothly. But then there are synthetic dominants. These are abnormal, induced formations. And it turns out they are the single biggest roadblock to achieving our natural, healthy lifespan.
So what happens when these synthetic dominants take over? This isn't just some abstract science concept. They have real, profound, and damaging effects on pretty much every aspect of our health.
So how does the damage actually happen? It's a devastating 5-step chain reaction. First, these synthetic dominants are like a radio station blasting at full volume. They're so loud and intense they completely drown out the quiet, subtle signals your body is sending about its health. Second, to keep up that intensity, they start draining energy directly from your neural cells' emergency reserves, running them into the ground. Third, your brain is always rewiring itself, and these artificially loud signals always win, causing the quieter, natural, and healthy neural pathways to just fade away. Fourth, this constant, high-intensity activity causes massive wear and tear on your brain cells, leading to neurodegeneration. And finally, and this is crucial, they act like a system-wide painkiller, actively blocking the early warning signs of disease, so you have no idea there's a problem until it's already serious.
And the damage isn't just physical. On a cognitive level, synthetic dominants are what cause mental roadblocks and a kind of tunnel vision. They literally stop us from seeing the big picture and solving problems in a holistic way. And get this, their influence can be so powerful that they can remove the very thought of taking care of your own health from your mind. The laboratory has actually identified these formations as the foundation of the human psyche and the real cause of psychosomatic problems.
Okay, so after identifying a problem this fundamental, the next obvious step was to find a solution. And to do that, the laboratory had to develop a totally unique way of doing research.
And their inspiration came from one of the most brilliant minds ever, Nikola Tesla. His unique way of solving problems involved deep immersion, conscious perception, and powerful mental visualization. He would literally build and run his inventions in his mind.
So the research team adapted this exact principle. Instead of looking at one little piece of the puzzle at a time, they built complex mental models that allowed them to see the entire system all at once. This approach let them make incredible leaps in understanding how the body's core control systems work, all the way down to the quantum level.
And this powerful method led them to the ultimate prize. They were able to create a precise mathematical model of the body's ideal state of being. For the first time ever, they had a perfect blueprint for health, a gold standard to measure everything against and to aim for.
So what does all this amazing research lead to? It leads to a real, tangible solution called the Your Healthy Longevity Project. This is not a theory. It's a program built directly on these discoveries. Its one goal is to restore the brain's natural, health-preserving functions, reverse the damage done by synthetic dominance, and make our body's natural state of perfect health an achievable reality for all of us.
If you take away just one thing, let it be this. From the perspective of your health, synthetic dominants are basically parasitic. They are rogue formations that uncontrollably drain your body's resources, suppress its ability to heal itself, and hijack your systems just to keep themselves going. They are what's preventing you from reaching your true biological potential.
Which leaves us with one last powerful question to think about. Now that we know the brain's original blueprint for health is real and we know what's been getting in the way, is your brain ready to go back to its factory settings?